Campagnolo MyCampy app. Creating a new bike and the first session. I go into the My Garage area and view the Bike page, or alternatively, I can move to the Components page. I can insert the components and then select these, creating my bike. For example, I can create a group set by tapping on plus and selecting Group Set. All of the Campagnolo group sets, or indeed generic group sets, will appear. If I select the Record EPS and Super Record EPS, I can also match it with the pairing code, provided that it is an EPS v3 group set that I have already connected to. I can select a previously inserted crankset. Alternatively, I can create the bike and using the same wizard can insert the components. I follow the steps of this second mode and tap on plus, entering the first step towards creating my bike, inserting the name, the chassis brand, any kilometers already covered with the bike, and the bike image. In the second step, I can select an already inserted group set in the Components area, or a Campagnolo or generic group set. If using an EPS v3 group set, I will then need to pair it with the interface pairing code. Finally, I can enter the distance travelled if the group set is not new. In the third step, I can select an already inserted crankset, or create a new one by selecting the chainring pair and inserting any distance already travelled. During the fourth step, I can select an already inserted wheel, or create a new one, selecting and inserting any distance already travelled. During the fifth step, I can select a sprocket unit, or create a new one, selecting the dimensions and adding any distance already travelled. By tapping on the bike, I can view the data entered, and by moving to the Components page, I can find all of the components created with the bike. If I have other components, for example, a pair of wheels or another sprocket unit, I can create these here and add them to the bike when I come to use them. I can now enter the My Session area and complete my first session. I check that the components are correct and change these if necessary before tapping on Start Session. In my smartphone notifications area, the activity tracking indicator will appear. Alternatively, I can also view my session in the app. Once the session is complete, I tap on Stop in one of these two areas, and with Android devices, if I'm connected to the internet, I receive a notification confirming that the session has been saved. Now, I go into Session History and view the session. For new EPS v3 sessions, please see the video tutorial MyCampy app, New Sessions with EPS v3, Saving and Viewing.